Okay, we're live. We are live, and I'm trying to see if audio is working. It looks like I've got some little green dots that say audio is working. Okay, I dropped a comment in the chat. Yesterday we had a little bit of a challenge getting the audio to start up correctly, and it looks like I think it's working today, but I would love just a little sanity check to make sure that it actually is working. So, not sure if anyone's here yet. Maybe two people, maybe one person. I don't know if I count as one of those people. Okay. Oh, I need something important that I forgot. A drink. It's important to stay hydrated. Even if we are inside, avoiding most of the hot weather. All right. So welcome back. I did this yesterday. I think it went pretty well. This is not the same stream as yesterday. I apologize. So this is not my normal costume. This is part of the Village of Songwood / Southeast Texas Renaissance Fair online event because we were rained out this weekend. So I'm supporting the fair by doing a little live stream. And it was supposed to be Viking weekend this weekend. So I'm wearing my medieval Norse ladies outfit today. I normally dress more later 15th century, but this is also a super comfy, kind of easy to get on costume. I was a little behind this day, so I looked at my costumes like we're doing the Viking again today. But we're not going to play Viking music today. Sorry, there's actually no surviving Viking music. So, yeah, I'm Elizabeth Krause. I play various instruments, psalteries. There are types of boxes with strings. So a later evolution of the psaltery is the hammer dulcimer. This is a modern instrument. Mine is a modern instrument, but there are versions of this that go all the way back to the Renaissance. And let me open with, I got Vox Vermilion says, yep, sounds good. So since you can hear me, let me play you a tune. I'm kind of going by the seat of my pants today. What do I want to play? I'm going to do a little 15th century dance tune called Joliosa. So that was just a little warm-up tune on my hammer dulcimer, a 15th century dance tune called Joliosa. If you watched my live stream yesterday, and if you want to, you can go back and rewatch it. I chopped off the awkward beginning part where we had sound issues, so feel free to do that. That show was very exclusively medieval, plus a few Renaissance. So I stuck pretty historical for that show. Most of my music is historical, but I'm going to maybe break the mold a little bit. This is a Ren fair, and if you are familiar with the Renaissance fairs in the US, I may have some international people joining me today. They're not very historically rigorous. So the next tune is actually, I believe it's a 20th century Ukrainian dance tune. It is, I like to say, this is everyone's favorite Slavic folk tune. It's Korobushka. If you don't know what that is, it's the Tetris theme. So we're going to do some video game music, I guess. So this particular tune, it's a dance tune, And it's one of those dances that starts off really slow and then gets progressively faster and faster. So don't panic by the end. You're not about to lose your Tetris game. All right, that was Kordabushka on the hammer dulcimer, and Raphael. Oh, you're back. If I close my eyes, I see the blocks falling. Yeah, there's your Tetris panic for the day. So, but actually, very popular tune in the Ren fairs, even though it is post-Renaissance, because it's a really fun dance and easy to teach. Everyone gets in a circle, starts going faster and faster until they fall down and go crazy, and it's wonderful. So, thank you for joining me today. And I'm Elizabeth Krause. This is part of the Village of Songwoods / Southeast Texas Renaissance Fair. We're going through a name change, so our rainy day event, and this is really not just an opportunity to promote myself, but to also promote all the wonderful vendors at the event who unfortunately can't sell anything because the fair's not open. The grounds are completely muddy and awash. So I want to really encourage you. There's a link in the description that goes to an online Facebook event where vendors are posting their events. Also, I need to put a link to the actual fair Facebook page, which will help you find more about going to the fair, which if you are near Kirbyville, Texas, probably a lot of you aren't, but if you are, please do consider going down. All right, so we just played a Slavic folk tune on this instrument. This is actually my Slavic folk instrument. This is my gusli, and I'm going to just hopefully adjust this a little bit. I zoomed in. You guys, this technology, it's killing me. There we go. Hi, I'm back. This is my gusli. It is an Eastern European folk instrument. Mine comes from Belarus. So I'm going to play for you a Belarusian folk tune called The Ash Steed, and it is originally in Belarusian, I believe. But I'm going to do an English translation that is by my teacher / maker of this instrument, Alice Chumiko. And I think it's a lovely translation. So here we go. Anna steeds on the run. It has a white, white mane. She caught my fancy, oh. She caught my fancy, oh. How lovely that girl is. She caught my fancy, oh. She caught my fancy, oh. How lovely that girl is. It's not about the girl, about her lovely face. Oh, please give me your hand. Oh, please give me your hand and raise it to my horse. Oh, please give me your hand. Oh, please give me your hand and raise it to my horse. She didn't give her hand, just said 3 cruel words. Oh, stranger, let me be. Oh, stranger, let me be. Let my life know no love. Oh, stranger, let me be. Oh, stranger, let me be. Let my life know no love. Because that love remains from evening till the morn, and as the sun will rise, and as the sun will rise, you'll find your love is gone. And as the sun will rise, and as the sun will rise, you'll find your love is gone. Thank you. So that was the Ashsteed, a Belarusian folk tune. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I'm doing this kind of as an advertisement for Village of Songwood / Southeast Texas Renaissance Festival. Check out the link in the video description to see what our wonderful vendors are showing. If you are anywhere near Kirbyville, Texas, next few weekends, 3 weekends left, I believe. If we don't get rained out again. Next weekend, the weather looks good. Should be dry. Still going to be warm, but maybe not as warm as last weekend with some cloud cover. If the forecast stays, we'll see what happens. So check them out. Doing this online event was kind of the suggestion of Crystal from Northman Horns. So thank you for Crystal. And I'm going to get a drink from my ceramic mug. But if I really wanted to complete the Viking look, I'd have a drinking horn from Northman Horns. They also have these cool I guess they call them blow horns, basically like a trumpet. So you can kind of, I guess, get out your inner Boromir, except for don't get shot by orcs. So those are a lot of fun, and I always think it's fun. You're walking around the fair and you hear people at the booth with their horns, and it's so fun. All right, this is the last instrument I'm going to introduce to you today. This is, this is my sad story. If you were here yesterday, you heard it. This instrument is what I would normally play next, my lovely hognose psaltery, which still looks lovely, but it has failed. It was old and it was cheap and secondhand from a thrift store, and it's absolutely not holding a tune anymore. So it's dead. It's gone. Sad. Ooh. So we're reduced to my little psaltery, my little toy psaltery. Actually, which is quite quiet, but it still has a very lovely sound. It's actually tuned exactly like the big one, only an when the big one's in tune, only an octave higher. And I'm going a little less historical today, but we're going to stick to the fantasy theme. I'm going to do a video game song. This is by far my most popular YouTube video, of course, because it's a cover of a video game song. This is The Legend of Zelda. Oh, Lord of the Rings reference for the wind. Oh, Amanda Pardo. Oh, this is another vendor, Pardo's Potions. She makes lovely soaps and bath bombs and all those kind of fun things. Check her and her husband out at the fair if you get a chance. Again, also check the link that's in the description. Yeah, can't wait to hear you live at the fair again. I know. It's kind of sad to be stuck here, but we're making it work. I'm happy we have at least this means. So, sticking on the fantasy theme, we're going to do a Legend of Zelda song called Zelda's Lullaby. This is the theme song of the princess in this game called Zelda. So, okay. Not really a good way to end the song. It's a video game song, so it just keeps going. So that was Zelda's Lullaby on my little toy psaltery. Because the big one broke. Sad. All right, what do we need to do? I was a little behind today, so I didn't really get my set list quite as organized as I would like. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, I'm tempted to play a song I haven't played in a while. If I can find it, because I'm definitely going to need to look at my words for this one. So, one of my favorite movies growing up was the Hobbit cartoon that was made in the 70s. I don't know how many people have seen it, but it's absolutely a delightful movie. Um, Significantly better than the live action ones, I would argue. And most of the songs are translation or are actually Tolkien's words set to music. It's got lovely music. This particular one is actually the words are not from Tolkien, but this is the kind of theme song called The Greatest Adventure. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is there if you bold. Let go of the moments that life makes you bold. To measure the meaning that make you delay. It's time you stop thinking and wasting the day. A fool's a dreamer and never takes leave. Who sits so, thinks so, the world that is just make believe. Will follow no passion, will follow no pain. Who sits by the window will one day see rain. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. So that song is full of so much nostalgia for me. Maybe the rest of you haven't heard it before, but it's quite a lovely song by Glenn Yarborough from the 70s Hobbit cartoon. So getting a little less historical today, but maybe sticking to the fantasy theme. Oh, I'm going to go back to my dulcimer. Another genre of music that's really popular in at Ren fairs. That's not actually Renaissance. Is Celtic music. So I'm going to do a Scottish tune. And when I say, you might be like, well, didn't the Celts write music during the Middle Ages and Renaissance? And the answer is, I'm sure they did. Unfortunately, as we probably know, the English didn't like the Irish or the Scottish and systematically kind of wiped out their culture. So unfortunately, we don't have a lot of that music. So this is a later song called Aaron Boat Song, and I can't take credit for this particular arrangement, but it is it's by Maggie Sansoon, one another excellent hammer dulcimer player. So I highly recommend you look her up. She has some great arrangements. that was Erin Boat Song, traditional Scottish tune. And Michael B. He recognized Greatest Adventure. Yes. Yes. I love it so much. Oh man. My husband also grew up with that, and we just will periodically quote it out of the blue because it's just ingrained in our being. Greatest Hobbit cartoon. Oh goodness, how are we doing on time? So yesterday I did about an hour. I guess we'll keep going. So again, part of the Village at Songwood / Southeast Texas Renaissance Fair. I've cut off my name because I moved my camera, but yes, check out the link in the description. Shy and I are ready for the live version. Oh, yes, I wasn't sure if Michael B was that Michael B. Yes, you know what? I'll do it. I will play it at the fair. I mean, it's fantasy themed. It's perfect. We'll do it. So, I'm stuck on like fantasy video game type stuff. So, there's a particular game called Shadowgate 64. I don't know how popular it was, but it was kind of a puzzle game, and I enjoyed it. And I realize it's one of those games that doesn't have replay value because it's a puzzle game. You figure out the puzzle, you escape a castle. That's kind of the idea. And my husband kept on asking me to keep playing it. And then I realized he just wanted me to keep playing it because he liked the music so much. So I learned one of the songs, I think it's called The Disciples Tower, on my little psaltery. So I'm going to play that for you too because I think it's a charming little tune. The game had fantastic music. It really, really did. So I hope you're able to hear that. It sounds very quiet on my end. But at least from the recording yesterday, you were able to hear it a little bit. But yeah, another little fantasy video game song. I'm kind of jumping between that and Celtic music. So I'm going to do I'm going to do an Irish song. I did a Scottish song on my dulcimer. So I'm going to do an Irish song. And apparently this is a Ren Fair appropriate song, excuse me. Because last weekend, we were really fortunate to have both the Whiskey Bay Rovers, who advertise themselves as a pirate band, but they also do a lot of traditional Irish music. And we also had Blackguards, which is an Irish rock band. And they and myself all performed the same song. This is a Irish song called Foggy Dew, very well known. It's about the 1916 Easter uprising that kind of kickstarted the Irish Revolution. So, again, lovely tune. On my Slavic instrument, because my teacher actually loves Irish music, so he periodically teaches me Irish songs. This was one of them. the year. While the world did gaze with deep amaze at those as men but thou, who bore the light that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. And through the glen I rode again, and my heart with grief was sore. For I parted then with valiant men, whom I never shall see no more. For slavery, but to and fro in my dreams I go, and I feel a brave foe. For slavery fled, oh glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. So, thank you. Vox Vermilion. Loved having 3 versions of Foggy Dew that weekend. Ooh, so Vox is also a person who came to the fair. So, hi, I'm not sure who you are, but yes, I'm glad you were there. So yeah, Blackguards were, I mean, they're a rock band, so it was absolutely like, so mine was the most subdued version. So, goodness. Oh, that's Shy. Hello, Shy. You're both here. Great, wonderful. So Michael and Vox/Sci are 2 wonderful, wonderful patrons. They're patrons, but they are people who have invested and made this fair possible. And I want to just thank them so much for being so loyal to the success of our little fair out there. So, like I said, Village of Songwood Southeast Renaissance Festival, Southeast Texas Renaissance Fair. This is sponsored by them. And I just want to, if you have an opportunity, if you're anywhere near Kirbyville, Texas, or can be in the next 3 weekends, do go out there. I'm going to be performing live. We're going to have Opal Dragons, who are a song duo, do a lot of original songs and some covers, great Ren Fair music. We're going to have Scarlet Fever with fire spinning, and oh my gosh, she's amazingly good, and I would die if I tried to do her act. I like having a safe act. So we're kind of the 3 regulars who are going to be there the whole fair, and we're going to have Parapirates the last couple of weekends. And also we've got, I forgot to mention this yesterday, we've got a Boohurt fighting group. Boohurt is a type of Western martial arts. So they put on the full 90 pounds of armor and really whack each other with swords. And it's rather brutal. I've never seen that kind of combat before. I've seen SCA combat. I've seen other kinds of HEMA combat. But this one was by far the most brutal. So if you want to see people really go at it in full armor, you check them out. Oh, goodness. So even though I am at home, it's getting warm in here. If I let my AC run too much, I get too, you hear it too much, and it's bad for live streams. Oh, goodness. What do we want to do next? Let's do, how about, I'm keeping that here. Another video game song. Sometimes people ask me to do 80s rock songs, but I've got an 80s video game song that kind of rocks. This is from the video game Wizards and Warriors. Don't know if anyone's played it. It's an old original NES game, and that's another one of my childhood memories is playing this game and then grabbing sticks and going out in the woods near my house and also playing a live version of it. So this is I guess my childhood nostalgia concert. So intro theme from Wizards and Warriors. I need to orient myself. And then you hit the start button. So, yeah, that's just a little fun tune. I always thought that'd sound great on hammer dulcimer, and then I got a hammer dulcimer. I was like, I better learn that. You know what? We're all at home, probably. So it's a good time for a drinking song. So get your drinks. Mine's water. Sorry, that's not very exciting. You guys can have whatever exciting beverage you want. And to remind you of the fair, this is a French drinking song, actually, called Tortillon. It's actually a 16th century dance tune that acquired drinking song lyrics. And since it's French, it's about wine. So the words roughly translate to, when I drink red wine, my head spins and spins. Let's make war on this bottle. So wonderful battle cry. I can't have more than one better sip. That's what Amanda says with a little beer mug meme. So, all right. And Shy's drinking water. Good job. Save up for the fair. Hope to see you next weekend. So, like I said, weather looks like it's going to be good next weekend. So, as good as we can hope for down there. So, hopefully, it'll dry out, can be safe to drive on, safe to walk on. Please go out and support these wonderful vendors. I mean, a lot of them have had their tents destroyed due to the storms, and this is how a lot of them make their living. So, please go out and support. Yeah. Well, I've been going almost 45 minutes now. Ooh. I'm back on my medieval songs. I might get stuck there because that is my favorite. I just flipped open to a little 12th century French Easter song. I have to kind of orient myself on this instrument because it's a little bit different. Ah! Profezia, sexta passus varia, mortis omnivaria, nos erexit, die Christus tertia resurrexit, ad utriqua lancia, sexta passus varia, mortis augustia, nos revexit, die Christus tertia resurrexit, Practa sunt in paria, sextum passus varia, Joseph custodia, liber exit, die Christus tertia resurrexit, surgens cum victoria, sextus passus varia, prolungat in gloria, post exit, die Christus tertia resurrexit, Anceli consortia, sextat passus varia, nostras passet gloria, nos delexit, die Christus tertia resurrexit. That's a little Easter tune, so slightly out of season. That happens, but fun little song. Oh, guys. All right. I'm thinking I don't want to give away all my hints. And I don't want to start repeating songs from yesterday. So I think, well, I say that. I'm about to repeat a song from yesterday. This is a tune. Actually, let's not do that one next. Let's do, since we've been doing a lot of Irish songs, I'm going to do another Irish tune. I say a lot. I guess I've only done one Irish song, technically. So I'm kind of heavy on the Celtic music because my husband and I performed at a Celtic festival last Monday, which was also Memorial Day. So if you're not in the U.S., that's a holiday in honor of people who have fallen in battle. So Foggy Dew was a very appropriate song for that. And this is another song where it's a young woman who is mourning the fact that her love has gone off to war, and we don't know if he's going to come back or not. It is Macronic, so the verses are, that means it's in two languages. The verses are in English and the chorus is in an old Irish language. And it translates to, walk on, my love, walk steadily and walk softly, walk to the door and elope with me, and may you go, my darling, safely. This is called Shurun.
Till every tear return again. Diskuterar vårdslagen. Skjul, skjul, skjulbarn. Skjulbåsar, skjulbårfjord. Skjulbådar sadelselelom. Diskuterar vårdslagen. I'll sell my rod, I'll sell my reel, I'll sell my pony spinning wheel to buy my love a coat of steel. Diskuterar vårdslagen. Skjul, skjul, skjulbarn. Skjulbåsar och skjulbårfjord. Skjulbådar sadelselelom. Diskuterar vårdslagen. But now my love has gone to France to try his fortune to advance. If e'er comes back, it is but a chance. Diskuterar vårdslagen. Skjul, skjul, skjulbarn. Skjulbåsar och skjulbårfjord. Skjulbådar sadelselelom. Diskuterar vårdslagen.
So I'm not sure if her love isn't coming back from France because of war or because of the good wine that we heard from Tourdion later. So we'll never know. All right. What comments do we have? Andrew Brown. Glad to make it last weekend. Didn't record your performance, sadly, but enjoyed it. Well, lucky for you, these recordings will be available. So yeah, you can read if you just love these little live streams, you can rewatch them. I also, obviously, I have a YouTube channel. You're looking at it right now. I have some other recorded music. So do consider listening to some of those. Some of them are better and worse. So I tend to sometimes record things. I feel like I have improved, especially on this instrument from my earlier videos. So, but that's what you want to do. You always want to improve. All right, guys. You know what? This has been fun. Again, this is part of Village of Songwood / Southeast Texas Renaissance Festival, our online rainy weekend event. So check out the link in the description that will say how to check out our vendors. They're making posts. Maybe not all of them, because a lot of them are actually on grounds physically trying to repair and get the site ready for you guys next weekend. So last weekend was our opening weekend. We were there in person. It was great. It was hot, but it was wonderful. Do bring a fan. I don't have my little hand fan. If you're not in costume, or even if you are in costume, get an electronic fan. Do whatever you need. Bring bug spray, because they also were really enjoying the fair. But it'll be a good time. You gotta kind of rough it a little bit to get the full atmosphere. Yeah. So check out the vendors. We've got jewelry, crocheted stuff, resin art, clothing accessories, drinking horns. We talked about that. We got drinking horns. We've got wooden cups. We've got wood cups, and we've got Dragon's Den. does like little custom tumblers with printed fun stuff, and she'll even do custom things for you if you let her know. So we've got just all kinds of things. I know I'm forgetting everything. Oh, leather merchants, swords, all kinds of just fun stuff for either your daily life or your Ren Fair life, or if your Ren Fair life's your daily life, go for it. So I'm going to close out the set with the same song I closed out my set yesterday, but it's the one I like to end with. It is at the Shakespeare's play, Twelfth Night, the jester comes out on stage and he sings this little song. And it's especially appropriate because it's about rain. Oh yeah, we've got actually a couple. We've got the Wood Cups guy. We've got another guy who does cool little like figurines and he's got some little dipper bowls, which are super cool. And we've also got Michael's pointing out the cats with his driftwood art, and he has paintings and all these like really, really unique things. Guys, a lot of this stuff, most of this stuff is handmade, and it's really, really cool. You got to check it out and support these guys. They put a lot of their love into their art. So if you can, make it down to Southeast Texas, Ren Fair in Kirbyville, Texas, next 3 weekends. And yeah, check it all out. Yeah, Tangled Tidings, which they're one of the crochet art people. Driftwood art is amazing. Yep. So lots of cool stuff. You won't regret going down. But as I was going to say, this is from Shakespeare's play, Twelfth Night play. Thank you so much for coming. And I do have a tip basket. So if you've enjoyed the show, contribute to my tip basket. Ideally, come to Kirbyville and actually put money in this tip basket. But if you can't make it to Kirbyville, I do have a Venmo link in the description of this video. But thank you so much for spending some of your day with me, and enjoy your weekend. When that I was a little kind boy, with hay for the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it rained every day. But when I came to man's estate, with hay for the wind and the rain, against nature thieves shut their gate, for the rain it rained every day. But when I came, alas, to wife, with hay for the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain it every day. But when I came unto my beds, with hay for the wind and the rain, with tosspots still had drunken heads, for the rain it every day. A great while ago the world began, with hay for the wind and the rain. But that's all our day is done, and we'll strive to please you every day. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to log off. Again, check that link in the description. Check out some of our vendors. And if you have an opportunity, please make it down to Kirbyville in the next few weekends to our lovely new and forging ahead Ren Fair. Thank you.